What's up? You already know. This is Peach. Come on, I said this is Peach. One more time. This is Peach. You got it. And today is Wednesday, October 15th. Do you know what today is? It's TikTok payday. You got a deposit? TikTok payday. Y'all, my TikTok checks wasn't much. I got like $190 a day from TikTok. All right. So, anywho, for those of you who want to get into TikTok content creation, the good news is I have a TikTok class today. I told you all last night I was going to have another class. I had a class yesterday. My goal was to get 40 students signed up. I had over 80 students signed up. Yeah. My job is 5:53 in the a.m. My job went to sleep at like 1 in the morning. And look at me, looking all good and refreshed. And look at me up here feeling my best. I said, look. Yeah, you're sleeping, hoe, but I'm hungry. Yeah, you're sleeping, hoe, but I'm hungry. Yeah, you're sleeping, hoe, but I'm hungry. Yes, I'm up because I'm hungry. All right. So, anyways, I told you guys yesterday I was going to do another class today, a TikTok with Peach live look and learn class. And my goal was once again 40 students. Last night when I was live, I set my goal before I go to bed just to get 3 sales. I ended that live with, was it 11 or 14? Hold on, I wrote it down. I ended my night last night with 14 people signed up. I went to bed. I woke up today. I got 19 people signed up. So we're almost halfway. We like 49% to that 40 student goal. My goal right now is to get the remaining 21 people signed up. So I'll reach my goal of 40 students. Anything after that is abundance because the Lord that I serve is an abundant God. I don't wait. I don't have to wait to die and go to heaven to live an abundant life. I'm going to live it on earth. All right. So, anyways, my goal today, my goal put goals. My goals for today, which is comma Wednesday. Ooh, can you spell Wednesday? Wense. I feel like I'm spelling it wrong. Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Right. My goal is to get 21 more students signed up, and I've been up since 4 a.m. signed up for this is what 2 hours worth of sleep. Look like what 2, 3, 4. 3 hours worth of sleep look like. 21 more people signed up for TikTok with Peach tonight. TikTok with Peach live was look and learn live class. And it might be challenging, but I'm up for the challenge, right? So I might do it gradually. I might get 5 people signed up this live stream, come back, 5 people signed up that live stream, come back, 5 people, 5 people. I can eat that elephant one bite at a time. It sounds like a big goal, but I can take small bites to accomplish that big goal. I'm gonna hit my goal. Oh, look at the triple twos, 222, and then it's a 2 over here. I like that. We're gonna look up twos today. Let's see what angel number 2222 looks like. I always get triple digits. I like triple digits. 222 2. Angel number. Let's see what twos attract into our life. So the angel number 2222 is often interpreted as a message of hope, faith, balance, and abundance. Ooh, I'm gonna have more than 40 students in my class today. All right. Signifying that you are on the right spiritual path and that material and spiritual growth are on the horizon. It encourages you to maintain a positive mindset. I got one of those. Check. All right. Trust your intuition and embrace the harmony you are manifesting in your life. Spiritual angel numbers, that's voodoo. If that's what your grandmammy told you, get off the live. All right. So, spiritual growth. Seeing 2222 can be a sign that you are experiencing or entering a period of spiritual awakening and growth. Balance and harmony. It's a call to seek and maintain balance between your spiritual and physical life, suggesting that harmony is on the way. Manifesting abundance. The number is associated with great abundance and harmony, reminding you that the universe is supporting your efforts. Faith without works is dead. I was on here last night until like 11:50. And then here I am working again. It's 5:58 a.m. I actually been up since 4 a.m. doing work on the back end. And now I'm back live. Hey Tay Tay, ready to make a big bag, a big bank. My efforts are in line with my faith. Faith without works is dead. I do the work. All of the money that I earned it. It's not the devil. Hate to break it to you. It's not the devil, pussy asshole. It's faith in works. This is what faith in works looks like. And angel number 2222 is saying that. Let's read that again. Manifesting abundance. The number is associated with great abundance and harmony, reminding you that the universe is supporting your efforts. We have those that are into the church, heavily religious, and they say that angel numbers are demonic. That's not my belief system, right? And for those, you can't pick what you believe. Yes, the fuck I can. You hoes pick and have your choices, your picks all the time. You have a house full of little bastards. You lust after your next door neighbor's husband. You lust after Peach McIntyre's old big cock husband. You hoes pick and choose all the time. Let me pick and choose. Thank you. All right, hope and faith. It serves as a reminder to have faith in your path and stay positive, even when you face challenges. Oh, I needed that because nobody bought my Wake Up with Peach tickets for $717.97. And I said, you know what? Forget about it. I quit. Won't sell them. But that just encouraged me to stay positive. You're facing some challenges. It may be harder to hit those big number sales goals, but Peach, you're phenomenal. You got this. You can do it. Twin flame connection. Some interpretations link 222 to twin flames, suggesting a deep connection in spiritual bond. Ooh, that's going to be a good time for me and Wood. All right, what do you do when you see 2222? Trust your intuition. Pay attention to your gut feelings as they are guiding you correctly. So if you feel like a bitch trying you, she trying you. If you feel like a hoe tried to be funny, you have to clear the set and show them you're hilarious in Cardi B voice. Then do so. If you feel like you're going to increase your prices, you're worth more in this season of your life, increase them. Do not doubt yourself if you're seeing angel number 222. Let's continue. Seek balance. Actively work on a harmonious, there we go, balance between your personal life, career, and spiritual well-being. For those of you who have been in Wake Up with Peach or even my evening class with Peach, you know I'm all about that balance. I have a whole life. Every area of my life is poured into. I just wrote a thing yesterday, my goals for my husband. That's how good and balanced my life is. I'm gonna be doing Saturdays, just on Saturdays, A whole Saturday morning dedicated to for my husband. Talking about balance. I'm in the closet making money now. But on Saturdays, I'm going to be like, all right. So, anyways, last, be open to abundance. I know that sounds crazy. A lot of you guys aren't used to abundance. You hoes are poor. You live in poverty. You are used to being humble. You are used to lacking things. But if you watch my content, you'll hear I often preach about abundance. I instill that into my 17-year-old Gregory McKay. I go in his room and I check to see if he needs certain things. And I say, hey, why didn't you let me know that you are down to your last one? Mom, I got one left. I don't need it. Gregory, you're going to have an abundant life. That means that even when you don't need things, we go get those things. That way we never need them. We live an abundant life. We don't ever run out of food. We don't have empty little tummies because before my pantry gets low, I buy more food. We have an abundant life, right? So this is saying be open to abundance. Be ready to receive the abundance that is coming your way, both in material and non-material form. So I like this angel number. I'm so happy that I seen it today. Quadruple twos, 2222. I looked up and I just saw it. And I was like, oh, look at that. Three twos. And I look, oh, four twos in a row. Two, 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 two. Let's go ahead and take a look. Some of these things I might know by heart, right? But I believe in angel numbers. I started believing in angel numbers, what? How long ago, Peach Patch? 4 years? 4 years ago? Has it been 5? If you've been watching me on YouTube, you guys watched when I first got introduced to angel numbers. It was literally numbers stalking me down. Same number over and over and over and over. I'm like, what the fuck? Everywhere I go, same number. Now, there are some people who will say angel numbers are of the devil. If you go, that's voodoo. That's voodoo. This is what I hate about the black culture. Everything magical, hoodoo, voodoo, all that stuff is the devil. It's the devil. But meanwhile, white people can make movies about having powers and magic, and it's Spanish people. My favorite movie, Encanto. They have a house full of magical people, La Casita, right? They have a house full of magical people, and everybody loves it, and they applaud and they say, "Great." But soon as black people can do some magic, soon as black people can have special powers, it's of the devil. This is how brainwashed, in my opinion is subjective, black people, especially black people from the ghetto, is. Black people from the ghetto are made to think that everything bad is of the devil. My belief is that everything is of God, even the devil. So when bad things occur, instead of thinking ain't nothing but the damn devil like your granny with her dumb illiterate ass, I want you to realize that even when bad things happen in your life, it's still of the Lord. What was sent to hurt you is actually meant to build you anew. Instead of you breaking down and staying down, you're going to break down and transform and build a new version of you, a new life. Everything sent for bad, if you really look at it, look at my life, has been for good. All things are working for my good. Yes, they are. He's intentional. Yeah. Never failing. Right? If you change your mindset and start listening to your dumb, illiterate, hoe ass, hating ass, piss po ass grandmammy, you can have abundance on earth because it's literally a mindset kind of thing. Everything is working out for your good. Everything is working together for my good. Everything is working for your good, even the bad things. You'll even run into some men who have been to prison, and they may tell you prison is the best thing that ever happened to them. What? Because it changed them. It don't change everybody, but it changed them. They actually stopped doing those things. They actually became better husbands, better fathers. A horrible situation. Even if we refer back to yesterday's teaching, losing Isaiah, that crackhead hoe ain't deserve her baby back. But going to prison ended up being the best thing that ever happened to her. She was able to get into counseling. She was able to actually deal with her childhood trauma. She was actually able to realize that she threw her baby in a trash can and she think her baby dead. And the person actually looked and found out her baby is alive and well and adopted by a white lady. All right? So believe what you want to believe. At the end of the day, that's what I tell everybody. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. What does that mean for those of you who haven't had the phenomenal peach experience? That means that if you don't agree with what I'm saying, absolutely fine. The parts that you do agree with it, though, eat it whole. Eat it whole. And then spit out the bones. Take what you want from different people and build your life the way you want to live it. Some things I say may make complete sense to you and you stand in agreement. Eat it whole. Some things I say may sound crazy as fuck and you are enraged and you don't agree. Spit out the bones, bitch. Simple, right? We eat the meat and we spit out the bones. Once you learn to do this, the better life you'll live. And if you look at life overall for everybody, you'll see that's what everybody is doing, including yo ho ass grandma that go to church every Wednesday up in Bible study and every Sunday teaching Sunday school, teaching the youth, those innocent babies, only to leave church and go fuck that lady husband. Grandma Johnny, right? Right? So there's certain things you could learn from her. But then is her actions outside of church in alignment with who she is showing up in as church? No, they're not in alignment. I want you guys to be realistic. I want you guys to start realizing that. And nobody's perfect. How the Christians like to say when they make a mistake, instead of apologizing or taking accountability, they say, we all fall short of the glory. So if you learn to just take what you need from people and the rest of it, spit it out. Don't apply it. You'll be more successful because you truly can learn from anybody. Look at her. Mr. Mulatto. He said, no one is perfect. Of course, we all fall short of the glory. That's why we eat the meat and spit out the bones. If we only take the best parts of people, we can become excellent in all areas, right? We can become excellent in all areas, which is the goal. Any questions? Anybody need clarity? I am now looking at the comments. All right. Peach, one reason I love and respect you is that you keep it real. I learned in life people say they want the truth. However, they truly don't keep it real. Wait, they truly don't. It would be a comma, but we're on social media. We do not have to use grammar. It's for me to pick up how to read that. So let me read it over. She says, Peaches, one reason I love and respect you is that you keep it real. I learned in life people say they want the truth. However, they don't. It could be a period where we stop. Period means stop, or we could pause with a comma. Keeping it real makes people mad. Now I've read it correctly. I understand everything you're saying. You do not have to use correct grammar on social media. The internet is not real. Write however the fuck you want to write. All right, fuck everybody else. I read it. I understand it. It goes back to this book. I'm not trying to sell it to you all, but 48 Laws of Power. What law is that? Anybody know what law tells you to lie to people? What law inside of the 48 Laws of Power, we have went over this several times, tell you to lie to people? What law is it? I need help. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody knows? Law 47. I don't think it's 47. Let's see. I don't think it's 47. I know what law is it. I just want to see where your head is. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you're aimed for in victory. Learn when to stop. Not law 47. Not law 12. Not law number 3. Uh-uh. Your hoes know the Bible, but you don't know the book of the world. It's law 32. Right? So law 32, once again, it says, play to people's fantasies. The truth is often avoided because it is ugly and unpleasant. Never appeal to truth and reality unless you are prepared for the anger and disenchantment, right? So let's break this down. The truth is often avoided because it is ugly and unpleasant. Yo mammy know what she did to you. That hoe know she was neglectful. That hoe know that she was a crackhead. That hoe know you went through abuse. That hoe know. She knows. She doesn't want to admit it because it wakes her up from this spell. It's ugly. The truth is often avoided because it's ugly. It's unpleasant. It's very unpleasant. Nobody wants to feel unpleasant. So that's why people typically avoid the truth. I like ugly. I like unpleasant. I like dealing with real life. I could do both. If we can get past the ugly stage, we turn into beautiful swans, right? Think about your ugly friend in high school. I had a very ugly friend in high school. That hoe was so ugly. She was the ugliest girl at the school. But because she kept saying she was pretty, even when people called her ugly, she believed that she was pretty and she kept doing it. Nobody could break her. Everybody began to think that she was very pretty. They started telling her she could be a model because of her unique features. She was ugly. That does sound mean, right? But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's unpleasant. You can make people feel however you want them to feel about you if you build yourself up as strong as she did, as strong as I do. I'm phenomenal. Peach McIntyre is phenomenal. It's an affirmation. So no matter what others say, because I believe that I'm phenomenal and I repeat it so much, now the world stands in agreement with me. Everybody can agree, correct? Peach McIntyre is phenomenal. Your children even says that about me. Say that about me, right? So it says, never appeal to truth in reality. So he's telling you, lie to motherfuckers. Never appeal to them. Never tell them the truth. When your wife come ask you, honey, do I look fat in this dress? You don't say, yes, you look fat. You need to go lose some weight. Your fat ass, you had your last baby 3 years ago and you still fucking fat. No, instead you say, honey, you look beautiful. And in the back of your mind, you think, I gotta go out with this fat bitch. Everybody gonna be looking at us. I wish she looked like she did in high school, fat ass. You are going to appeal to whatever fantasy they have, whatever lie they want to tell themselves, appeal to it. Because if you don't, it's going to do what he said. He says, never appeal to truth or reality unless you are prepared for anger. Tell a woman the truth. Fellas, you know. Tell your wife she looked fat in that dress. I'm fat because I had your motherfucking babies. You know what? Fuck you, fuck nigga. I don't even want to go out with you. That's why your dick small. Fat fucker. Little dick bitch. Now y'all arguing and she asks you for the truth. So we all have real life experiences with Law 32. It will cause you anger. It will cause the other person to anger from disenchantment, right? So enchanting is a spell, right? It's like, oh, it's enchanting. It's something magical. It's a spell. People would create these fantasies, like everybody care about them. All children matter. We love the kids. And when Peach McIntyre tell you the truth, I don't give a fuck about nobody kids but mine. If I didn't push them out, fuck them. I don't care if your kid ain't eat tonight. Bitch, my kid's eating steak and lobster, ho. It makes people angry because it's the truth. The truth is ugly. The truth is unpleasant, even though that's how I truly feel. People would rather me say, I'm sorry you and your kids didn't eat tonight. I'm going to pray that God blesses you in your season. Bitch, I'm not going to pray for you. I'm going to go eat steak and lobster. Bitch, my kids been eating tomahawks before feeding empty little tummies, bitch. We been eating hibachi at home, bitch. My kids been eating lobsters and steak, even when we was on motherfucking food stamps, ho. I know how to budget food stamps, bitch. Ain't never had no empty pantry, bitch. Go look at it, right? So this is the way I truly feel. When I tell people this, it upsets them because I'm bringing them to reality. They wanted me to care. They wanted me to care to the point that I actually was even like, I'm going to send you and your kids a Walmart order. Inbox me your address. Bitch, I ain't sending you nothing. How any money I make is for my husband and 9 kids. It's reserved. And if I'm a beg for a motherfucker on my page, oh, I don't want to rip my book no more. This is my real book. I really read this. If I'm a bed for a motherfucker, it's gonna be on my page. So I'm violating Law 32. If I really want to be powerful, I will put on the front, pretend like I love you, pretend like I'm gonna help you, and not help you on the back end. Just in person, make everybody think that I'm helping, feeding empty motherfucking tummies. And then the truth is, I don't give a fuck where these bags go, bitch. We buying y'all the cheapest motherfucking food, and we pocketing the rest of this money. We gonna go ahead and change different positions. I'm gonna be the CEO, for 6 months, and in the last 6 months of the year, I'm gonna change my position to the budgeting coordinator. The CEO, I take no money. I make no money. But as the budgeting coordinator, now I got to look at the budget and finances. I get paid, and I get paid 6 figures. So all the money I got to feed your po, food deprived, nappy head ass kids, I'm not gonna do it. I'm even gonna get donated noodles. I'm not even gonna buy the noodles. I'm gonna ask for 1,500 people to give me the noodles, or 1,500 noodles. Somebody can just donate them because noodles don't cost shit anyways. So 12 noodles come in a pack. Let's do some math because we like real facts. We like real numbers. We like to look at analytical data, right? So if I got to get 1,500 noodles. Guys, can you guys donate me 1,500 noodles? We're in need of 1,500 noodles to put in the little black trash bags, right? In the black plastic bag for the food deprived kids that I don't give a fuck about. 1,500 noodles divided by 12, because it's 12 in a pack. Oh, I only need 125 packs. Times that by what? How much noodles cost at Walmart now? Is it like $3.98, or is that Publix? I don't know. I shop at both. We're looking at $497.50. If you guys would just go ahead and get me that, maybe even go to Costco's. It's a tax write off. It's a tax write off. We're a nonprofit. It's a tax write off. Who doesn't love writing things off on their taxes, right? So that little donation of the 1,500 noodles is going to feed 1,500 empty little tummies, who tummy's not even empty. And I don't give a fuck if it goes to the wrong child. As long as I got proof, somebody signed that I dropped off 22 book bags to Lakewood Ranch Preparatory Academy. I don't give a fuck if they give it to black kids that don't deserve it. Bitch, I don't care. I just want to hit my numbers and make more money. But on camera, I'm going to tell everybody, we're feeding, typically, you get a book bag. And typically, you get a consent form. And some parents are ashamed. And some parents are embarrassed. So they won't sign the consent form so I can cover my ass. So then when I go to begging y'all for some more motherfucking money so I can buy Louis bags and new animals for my farm and go on vacations and send my kids to prestigious colleges and take them to fucking Disney World, nobody cares. They think that I'm a great person. They think that I'm really feeding empty tummies. Bitch, I don't care about y'all hungry ass, po ass, nappy head ass, black ass kids. Y'all hoes are on crack. You guys will never see what I'm doing. Law 32, you can be that kind of person. I can literally say, so I'm going to be teaching a content creator class tonight, and it's absolutely free. It's going to be absolutely free because I just love helping people. If you guys want to donate for my time, feel free to donate. It's not necessary, but if you want to, just, send me a Starbucks gift card. I love Starbucks. $20 Starbucks gift card would make my day. And I'm going to teach everybody for free. But on the back end, bitch, I ain't teaching none of you hoes for free. I'm trying to get as many Starbucks gift cards as I possibly can. When y'all text me, I'm not going to respond because, bitch, I'm not teaching you hoes for free. Instead, I just tell you the truth. Bitch, I won't teach you hoes for free. You got to at least pay me $1, bitch. Fuck y'all hoes. I'm not going to teach y'all to make money for free. Right? Not that I'm wrong. That's what everybody else doing to your dumb ass. That's what Law 32 tells you to do. You're going to play to their fantasies, never tell them the truth. All right, let's continue. Life is so harsh and distressing that people who can manufacture romance and conjure up fantasies are like oases in the desert. Everyone flocks to them. So if I can make you think that your life is beautiful, even though you're standing in a pile of shit, you'll start to feel like I'm water in a desert. That's what that means. I'm water in the desert. So oases, water in the desert. So one thing that I always bring up now is what my grandma told me that I no longer believe. That hoe was a liar. She was trying to just survive. When she told us, it ain't where you live, it's how you live. It ain't where you live, it's how you live. In my viral YouTube video where I show you what it's like living in the projects, and I show you the TVs and the Jordans and all this stuff. It ain't where you live, it's how you live. I say that. That's how I was raised. I was told that over and over. It was instilled in me. Remember, if somebody tell you something over and over and over, it gets into your subconscious mind and it will become a part of your belief system, even if it's not your core belief. So, why do I no longer believe that? Great question. Because I realize where you live matters. I talk about this all the time. I read a lot of books. I watch a lot of kind of self help videos, I think at a different level than everybody else. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. If I do, it might be on TikTok when I'm scrolling the For You page. Other than that, I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch Zeus. I don't have a Zeus account. Zeus won't get my money. Even though the people from Zeus follow me, I don't have Zeus. I never sat down and watched Jocelyn's Cabaret. I don't do that. I leave that to you po motherfuckers, right? The stuff I read and look at is completely different, which is why I'm completely different. Change your mind, change your life. My grandma lied to me, and I then lied to y'all. Where you live at matters. And how did I come up with this? Well, I was listening to something one day, and it was talking about paying taxes. Y'all know I always get mad about how my life has changed, how when I was poor, I get everything for free. And now I got money and I got to pay all this different shit. I don't get free lunch. I don't get wig. I don't qualify for nothing, baby. I can't get free swimming lessons, no free or reduced YMCA membership. I got to pay for every fucking thing. Versus when I was poor, everything was given to me for free. I don't understand it. And Ty ran into a video that told me, excuse me, guys, to start looking forward to taking care of poor motherfuckers. Why do you look forward to paying for poor motherfuckers? Pay your taxes. It helps the poor. Why? Because poor motherfuckers lay your golden eggs. Now, when this old rich white man said that, I thought a poor motherfucker ain't got no fucking golden eggs. What the fuck? Poor people don't got no motherfucking gold. And I pondered that for days. I sat and I analyzed that for days. Like I was so enraged. Like, what kind of golden eggs a poor motherfucker got? And if you've been following me for years, I talk about this all the time. For the last 3 years, I've preached this. As a poor motherfucker, your golden egg is your child. Your golden eggs are your children. So while you thinking that you hitting a lick, living in the hood, listening to my grandma and saying, oh, it ain't where you live, it's how you live. When we look back at the analytics, the data, because now everybody is an adult, everybody is adults. When we're looking back at everybody that's now adults, we're looking at the product. The analytics show that, yeah, everybody adults, but all these some dumb motherfuckers, all of them some high school dropouts, all of them not married, multiple kids out of wedlock, a whole house full of motherfucking bastards, still living under the poverty line. Just a group of dumb motherfuckers. They on drugs, they alcoholics, a group of dumb motherfuckers, dumb po motherfuckers. And it's all because of where they lived. And they still live in these same environments. And the new generations coming up are also being captured. They're going to prison, they're going to juvie, they're on drugs, all because of the environment. Where you live matters. You often hear me say, iron sharpens iron. For you hoes that's in the Bible, what scripture is that? I'm not biblical. I'm not biblical. Where in the Bible does it say that iron sharpens iron? Environment plays a huge part. Where you live matters. Where your kids go to school matters. Of course, We can have people like Peach McIntyre. We can have black sheep, black unicorns, pink unicorns, whatever, goats. But it's rare. There aren't many Peach McIntyres that come out of the environment I come from. And if you look around your family, if you come from where I come from, you'll see there's not many. Everybody doing the same old thing. Hold on, your mama did it, your grandma did it, and now you doing it. Environment matters because unfortunately, children mimic the behaviors of the parents. What your mama them, somebody said is Proverbs 26:17. How you say? Is it chapter 27, verse 17? Is it verse 27? Line said how it work. Y'all look it up on your own. But environment matters. If you see people doing well, you'll want to do well. If you're surrounded by people who go on bike rides every day with their children, you'll want to go on bike rides every day with your children. If you're surrounded around poor motherfuckers who tell their kids, shut up, you ugly, stupid bitch, fat fucker, you'll eventually start to say, shut up, you ugly, stupid bitch, you fat fucker, verbally abusing your kids, just like your next door neighbor. Remember, that's what happened in my family. I was verbally abused as a kid. Finally confront my mama about it in adulthood and tell her how much it's affecting me. She told me, so my mama did it to me. Oh, you a big stupid ass dummy. Bitch, your mama did it to you, so you gonna do it to me? Hold on, I got a grievance with your mammy now, ho. So I got beef with Grandma Johnny Mae. Go to Grandma Johnny Mae, she cussed me out, don't want to talk about it. But because I'm relentless, go again to Grandma Johnny Mae a few months down the line because I have a grievance. What you did to my mama is affecting me, right? And then Grandma Johnny Mae said, well, I ain't know no better. I moved into the projects as a young girl. My next door neighbor was cussing out her kids, and I thought it was cute, so I started cussing out my kids. Environment matters. Imagine if my grandma, it's a boy right now on TikTok, he's telling his Tampa, Florida story. His Tampa looks completely different, like from my Tampa. His lens is completely different. His grandmother is the 12th child. She's the baby of the family. Her mom was biracial. They owned the home. They still own that home. He has pictures of his mama having Christmas in that home and then of him having Christmas in the home. This bitch go take us to, what was the name of the springs he went to? Because me and Gregory just drove past it going to Georgia. Do you guys know what springs that is? I'm going to take his video and I'm going to break it down. He calls his grandma the original content creator. He doesn't have a big following. Like, he's not at 100,000. He's not at 1,000,000. I think he's at like 22,000. But his Tampa looks completely different from my Tampa. His grandma was married. His grandma worked in the school systems young. She owned her home. It looked completely different. He wasn't raised up in the motherfucking projects. They didn't experience the side of Tampa I experienced. Even when he was showing the springs, his grandma went back to, that's how I initially saw his video. It's a beautiful video. His grandma went to the springs. Anybody know who I'm talking about over on TikTok? I don't know his name, seriously. It's not me saying I don't know because I'm making it up. I really don't know his name. I seen the video. My first video to him was last week, where he showed his grandma visiting a place that she could not go because of the color of her skin 60 years ago. And he was acting like this shit was in Tampa. I was like, oh, I never heard of this place. And then on the way driving to Georgia, we drive past this place. Bitch, this shit up North Florida. My family wasn't even going out of motherfucking Tampa, bitch. You know, so his upbringing was completely different from my upbringing because environment matters. His family got videos and pictures. His grandma, the OG content creator, she took pictures of everything. They could afford nice cameras. Their upbringing, their environment was completely different from my upbringing. But iron sharpens iron. Imagine if my grandmother was exposed to a different environment from young. The generations would look different, right? Even if you look at your family, I always go through and I'd be like, which one was the dumb motherfucker that fucked us all up? Because I know, I know for a fact, really wasn't you. I know for a fact My family wasn't full of dumb motherfuckers. It was one of you motherfuckers that had a traumatic experience, didn't know how to push through adversity, and started to deal with your emotions through alcohol and drugs and all that kind of stuff. Which one of your motherfuckers was the first? I'm going to get to the bottom of it before I die, just because I want to know. But anywho, that's what this law talks about. When you start to tell the truth, you wake people up from spells. People go through trauma, and instead of dealing with trauma like Peach McIntyre does, where I can talk about it, I can work through it, I have the skill set to get through my trauma. As ugly and unpleasant as it is, even though people throw it up in my face, even though people call me a liar, I can deal with it. Others don't. They have to suppress the trauma through alcohol, through drugs, through sex, even through gambling. That was a trauma response. Gambling, a trauma response. Most children who grow up not feeling love, they start to equate love with money, and they have gambling addictions. There's data that supports this, what I'm saying. You can look it up. Do your due diligence, all right? You ain't lying, though, because once we moved from Temple Terrace and had to stay in the hood, I went to them ghetto-ass schools. I hated it. Yeah, so, and then when you're in the ghetto schools, my children don't go to ghetto schools. When you're in the ghetto schools, Gregory McKay only been exposed to ghetto schools in elementary, and then I took him out and I did a video talking about that, and I've talked about this for years. This isn't new. She got kids at them white schools. My kids been going to predominantly white schools. Gregory McKay has been in predominantly white schools the vast majority of his life. He's used to being the only black child in the classroom. I intentionally put him in those environments. He's dangerous, very dangerous. Ooh, I love that for him. So, anyways, when you go to the predominantly black schools, you experience what happens to me on social media. It's no difference. They become adult bullies. When you're in those predominantly black schools and you're smart, they pick on you for being smart. If you need help, they pick on you for needing help. If you don't have the Jordans, they pick on you for not having the Jordans. If your hair not done, they pick on you for not having your hair done and weave. They don't like natural hair. My natural hair is done, and people will still say, "Oh, you need to get your hair done." Even if you look at my Savannah videos, there are black women in my comments saying, "I can't believe you went out of town without your hair done, embarrassing your kids." So self-hate is taught in the impoverished black community. And I'm also from Florida, and I'm going to keep talking about black people because in Florida, it's segregated. When you start to live an abundant life, unfortunately, as a black person living in Florida, you will be moved to more suburban communities that are predominantly white. All right. That's what's going to happen. You will be in classrooms where you're the only black face because we're in Florida. Now, if you don't want that to happen, perhaps move to Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, and that won't happen. But in Florida, it's segregated. I show it all the time. We know where the white Walmart is. We know where the black Walmart is. We know the ghetto Walmart, even if you look on TikTok or Facebook at that viral video of that black man bearing his arms because you know we are now an open carry state. He was going into the ghetto Walmart with one way in, one way out. Even though we can openly carry in Florida in the predominantly white areas that I go to every day, I have yet to see anybody openly carry. But if I go to Tampa, to a predominantly black area, everybody is open carry. They're happy, they're excited about it. Predominantly white areas, all of us got pistols on us, but nobody knows we have pistols on us, even though we can openly carry. I've had my concealed weapons permit since age 21. All right. Um, so you guys have clarity. Anybody need me to elaborate on anything? I'm in a teaching mood. My goal is to sell out my classes. However, I'm teaching right now. Life. I'm a life coach, FYI, for those of you who don't know. I'm teaching life. I'll get back to promoting after we finish with Law 32. Law 32 is this little law, and we're having a long conversation about it because I want you to understand I know why people don't like the truth. Not only do I know why people don't like the truth, it's written in books. There's plenty of books that prove why people don't like the truth, that supports these backings. Let's continue. Everyone flocks to them. We read that. There's a great power in tapping into the fantasies of the masses. So if I can lie to you motherfuckers and make you think Peach McIntyre is evil, Peach McIntyre is the devil. Peach McIntyre lacks empathy and she doesn't deserve her money because she's evil. If your child dies, everybody feels sorry for you. I care that your child dies. I prayed for you last night. You are a mom and you're hurting, and I'm hurting for you. I'm playing into your fantasy. I'm not praying for you, and I don't give a fuck. I slept so good. But if I really wanted to be powerful, I would lie. I would practice the everyday kind of shit. When people say, "Hey, Peach, how are you?" I would say, "Oh, I'm doing phenomenal. How are you?" But I don't. I say I'm phenomenal and I move on because I don't give a fuck how you doing. I just take that as an opportunity to affirm myself for the day and I move on. I really don't care. I'm not saying it to be mean. I really don't care. What I care about is my husband and my children making as much money as possible so I can take care of them. Now, if I want to be powerful and make more money, I could do the formal shit and I'll make more money faster. Brands would want to do business with me because I am a liar. I have mastered manipulating people and I can do the pretend shit. That's what most people do. If you look at your coworker, not your coworker, let's look at your boss at your job, they're phony as fuck. You could see the real them. That evil bitch, that bitch, you be talking all kinds of shit. But they've mastered the art of power, the art of not telling the truth, being a liar, playing into your fantasies. You're doing a great job. Well, deep down, she like, this hoe need to be fired. Or if you're doing a great job, they say, you're not doing your best. I see you trying, but here's what you can do to improve. Even though you know you're doing your best and you did it right, they're going to make you not feel like you did it right. Also, a different law in the 48 Laws of Power, but not promoting the book, just teaching y'all. Because somebody said, hey, people don't like the truth. I know. It's ugly. So most people don't like me because I violate Law 32 and I do it all day, every day. And the reason why I do that is because I'm not normal. I'm Law 19, the wrong fucking person. I'm not normal. I am a genius. We can all agree, right? I'm a genius. And I don't do the normal societal shit. The relationships that you have to foster to get ahead, I'm okay. I don't have to have them. I'm okay with taking the stairs. I take the stairs all the time. I burn bridges because I can swim, bitch. I actually know how to build boats, so I don't need you. I've been creating my own tables and my own seats my entire life. The power of being a black sheep. Nobody has to deal me in. I will bet on myself. I will put all my money on me, bitch. Let's ride. Feeling like Jeezy. You can put me anywhere with nothing. So I'm different. A lot of people don't have that ability, but that's what makes me a leader. All right. Now I'm looking at comments again. So any comments about what I'm teaching you all today? This is the kind of shit we do in Wake Up with Peach. This the kind of shit we do. It's some good shit. Hit this. I got a student. She used to do the Coca-Lina. She don't do Coca-Lina no more. She told me, Peach, Wake Up with Peach is better than the drugs. It's better than the drugs. It's some good shit. Hit this. Shout out to Kanisha. It's some good shit. Everybody hit it. And I'm sober. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I know that's rare. People like to say, oh, you're mentally crazy. You're unstable just because I deal with all of my emotions. I don't drink liquor. This is water. I don't drink liquor to suppress them. I don't go turn up at the bar with my friends to suppress them. And I don't even gamble anymore. We deal with the emotions, all right? You know you can't say that word on live. Well, I said it. Thank goodness we didn't get in trouble, but thank you for correcting me. When I evaluate my staff, I always start off with the positive, point out areas of opportunities, and end with the positive. Great job. You most likely like your staff, and you might not be in power much longer because there's going to be somebody who's hungrier than you, and you're building them up to take over. You're a great leader. You're a teacher. All right. Who cares if she keeps a pistol in her house with a felon? Girl, hush. Who cares? I'm allowed to do that legally. That's the thing. Y'all don't know y'all rights. Even if you're dating a felon, even if you're married to one, Even if your little kid is a felon, you can still legally have a pistol. Yeah. They can call the police and say, she has a pistol. She has a house full of pistols with a felon. And the police ain't gonna come do shit because legally you can do that. Did you know that? We talked about this last night. Y'all throw out things and you don't do the research. You don't know the rules. I know the rules. I know when I'm violating the rules. I know when I'm in alignment with the rules. I'm one of them dangerous, uppity niggas. I'm the kind of blacks can't stand because she cocky and the whites admire because, wow, how did she do that? Because it's not normal. At least that's what they want you to think. Yeah, it's legal. We're good. All right. Peach, I'm having problems with my mom. She always feels that I'm the one that has to reach out to her. But if she can call my daughter, her grandchild, every day, but I'm the one always having to reach out, that seems like a problem to me. Tell me what you think about it. So, Alicia, I really don't care about your personal affairs. I don't care about you and your mom's relationship. Don't care. And how I feel about it should not matter. It's about how you feel about it. If you feel like the whole trying you, she don't really want a genuine relationship because the phone worked two ways. She don't reach out to me. I'm not reaching out to her. Or, okay, my mom, she doesn't want to reach out to me. So I'm going to do the work because I feel like a relationship with my mom is important to me. I'm going to reach out to my mom. Or I feel like, oh, that hoe don't reach out and call me, but she's trying to call my kid. She's trying to manipulate my kid to turn my kid against me because the hoe is a narcissist and she's using my kid to turn my kid away from me. That hoe can't talk to my kids no more. However you feel about it, that's how you react. Stop walking around as a grown adult asking people, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Do what you feel. Trust yourself. Number 2020, I mean, yeah, 2022. 222, 2222. There we go. 2222. We just talked about this. Trust your intuition. That was my angel number for today. Trust your intuition. However you feel. I don't let other people tell me you're overreacting. It's not a big deal. Bitch, if it's a big deal to me, and everything's a big deal to me, it's a big deal. Just because it ain't a big deal to Wood, don't mean it ain't a big deal to Peach. Just because Wood can let the past go and reconnect with you even if you don't apologize, it ain't happening with Peach. We're two different people. We have two different rule books. We operate two different ways. And that's absolutely okay. What do you feel? What do you want to do about how you feel? What do you feel is right? Do that. So in my classes, I empower my students. We do the 3Ds. We decide what we want our life to look like in all 5 areas. I don't decide for you, bitch. You grown. You got kids that you need to be making decisions for. I don't decide for you, ho. You're grown. So you decide whatever it is that you want to do. I give you that power. You don't even need my permission to have the power. But unfortunately, because some of your brains have been programmed into thinking that you need permission to be phenomenal, I'm going to give you the permission to go ahead and decide what you want your life to look like, down to what you want your relationship with your mother to look like. Do you want to not talk to your mother ever again in life? That's okay. Do you want to only spend the holidays with your parents? That's okay. Do you want to realize that your mother isn't equipped with certain things, so you have to do more work to have that relationship because you're more mature, you have more emotional intelligence? Yes, then that's okay. There's no wrong things for you to do. It's your life. Now, eventually, you will collect data, aka analytics, and you'll be able to say, "Ooh, I could have done this better. Ooh, I wish I would have did this." But that's in hindsight, aka when you move forward, you could look behind you and you'll see where you went wrong and what you did right. Hindsight is always 2020. 2020 is perfect vision, meaning that when you move forward, you can look back over your past and see all of the things you did wrong and all of the things you did right. Another option is for you to get around somebody who is a master and gives advice about this kind of stuff. Me, I don't give a fuck. I only give a fuck if people pay me. Then I start to teach them at a different level. You not paying me. We just on this live stream. I don't give a fuck. There are books written by people that gave a fuck, that give a fuck. You can read their books. There are people on the internet that specialize in this and they would love to give you free advice. They don't have no followers, they're not making no money. You could be the person that sets them off. Good job, Nisha. Decide, discipline, determine. Good job, Nisha. Pat yourself on the motherfucking back. Pat yourself on the even though I can't see it, you gotta do it. Great job, Nisha. I love my students. So, anyways, you decide what you want it to look like. I teach people there's no wrong way, right? So even when it comes to intimate relationships, and Wake Up with Peach, we cover all 5 areas. We cover ourselves, so your personal self. We cover our intimate relationship. We cover our children. We cover our finances, and we cover our career every single day, right? So when it comes to our intimate relationships, people that's not in my class love to say, oh, how you gonna give people advice on intimate relationships and your husband be cheating on you? Yo, y'all dumb. She a pipe master. She do you dumb. That's what I decide to do. I decide to stay with my husband regardless of infidelity. That's what I decided to do. If you feel like, hey, cheating is my deal breaker and I'm gonna go in my class, that's okay. You can go. Now that you're going to go, what's step one? So we work through real systematic processes. That way, no matter what decision you make, because you decide, not Peach McIntyre, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to help you come up with the systematic steps to do it. And then you're going to follow the steps because you are disciplined to do it. Self discipline is doing what you should do when you should do it, even though you don't feel like it. Self discipline is doing what you should do when you should do it, even though you don't feel like it. Self discipline is doing what you should do when you should do it, even though you don't feel like it, right? So you all got self discipline. And after that, determination, meaning that we do it until it's done. We do it until it's done. If I'm disrespecting you, you should leave, right? Also, 2 things. So, if you feel like I'm a disrespectful, evil bitch, you should just leave the live. That would be the mature, emotionally intelligent thing to do. You would leave. You would say, you know what? My belief system and her belief system isn't in alignment. She's making me angry. She's disrespectful. I don't like her. Perhaps I even hate her. Let me leave. That would be the mature thing to do, but you won't. Instead, you rather get in the comments and express yourself, knowing that I don't give a fuck. It's not going to change the way I deliver my message, right? So, to those of you who love the message, the mature thing for you to do would be to understand that there are people who don't like Peach McIntyre, who don't agree with Peach McIntyre's teachings. But because they're on the internet, they're on the free internet that they actually still pay for on the back end. They're on TikTok, it's free. They're on YouTube, it's free. They're on Facebook, it's free. I could be here, it's free. But they're really paying for it on the back end. Thank you. They're going to be on here. Instead of you arguing with them to tell them to leave, you go ahead and you do positive shit. Peaches, I love your message. Peach, I agree. Peach, can you explain this? And then that way, Peach McIntyre can focus on the positive. We don't have to let the negativity shine by letting them talk the most and you arguing with them trying to prove something. You become a part of the problem. Instead, you just do the positive shit. It's just like positive affirmations, right? So like positive affirmations, it's for when you walk outside and somebody say, "Ooh, I hate your hair. You need to get your hair done." You don't break and shrink and feel like, God, I hate my natural hair. I need to get my hair done. You feel like that's a you problem. I love my hair. I like myself. I like myself. I like myself. I like how curly my natural hair is. I like how big my afro puffs is. I like how I have all my edges. I like myself, right? You're very confident and that doesn't affect you. Life is filled with people who are negative and in the 48 laws of power, He talks about that as well. But it's filled with people who are negative and they want you to be negative. When you argue with them, I think it's something about that in the Bible about arguing with fools and their folly. I don't know. I'm not biblical. I don't read the Bible often. I don't know. I haven't read it from cover to cover. But isn't there something in the Bible about arguing with fools? Anybody? What scripture is that in the Bible about arguing with fools? Because I don't go to church. Stop arguing with fools. Let the fools stay and ignore them. Something magical will happen when you start to ignore fools. You'll become phenomenal. They will either die, aka shut the fuck up, or they will leave automatically because they can't shift the energy. When people see they can't shift the energy, they leave. It's like reaction channels, right? We know there's hundreds of reaction channels about me on every platform. On TikTok, there's thousands. When they realize Peach McIntyre ain't got no drama, they start saying Peach McIntyre boring. I don't even watch Peach McIntyre no more because she boring. No, the life is peaceful. There's no drama. There's nothing negative going on. So now they're angry about that. They have no content. That's when they'll go and take old videos a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and try to make those videos relevant again because they need negativity in order to earn money off of my name, right? So that's what they'll say. So sometimes, like yesterday, I'll give them the drama. Here we go. Screen record this. And I'll say whatever. And then I feed them hoes for a week, 2 weeks, or a month. You're welcome. Her in real life. And they hate that. Hate to admit it. You'll even hear them in their content. I talk about Peach McIntyre. I sure do. I'm making a coin, trying to make a bet. This has been my whole life though, guys. Like, I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so rich. God is so abundant. His favor over my life is so big, it's so grand that God has always used me to bless the masses. I'm so blessed that I can bless people who hate me, people who envy me. I can bless them and I can still be rich. That's how abundant God is. They feel like they got to take from me in order to succeed. They have to destroy me in order to succeed. I understand that I'm rich. They can stay and I'll get richer. I understand that. They don't. All right, so I'm a genius. When I try to explain it and I realize people don't understand, I be like, it's just because I'm a genius. All right. Peach, they be pissed when you go to Disney. They do. We're gonna go to Disney again soon, guys. We had to do some things. So for those of you who want to know, well, why hasn't she been at Disney with the Disney videos? My children had to learn how to read. They tutored 5 days a week. So every day, Monday through Thursday, they tutored. And then on Fridays, y'all know that's my husband night out. Y'all be saying, oh, it's Friday, Wood gone. As if you found that information out on your own. I told the world. Fridays, my husband's night out. I don't call him. I don't bother him. Enjoy your Friday. Saturdays, we have a reading coach. So we tutor just reading. So now my children can read. So now we can start to do more things on the weekends. But at the season that I was in, I had to get my life in order. My children education became priority number one. Hold on, I was gambling. I neglected this area. Let's get them where they need to be. And now they're where they need to be. Now we can do the fun shit. Right? Because we practice, what is it called, Peach Patch? Where my students at in the chat? What is it called? What do we practice with Peach McIntyre? And now we got 222 live viewers over here. Look at that number just keep popping up. Oh my God. And over here at the same time. Wow. It was 222 at the same exact time. All right. Literally, when I say numbers stalk me, they come up. They come up. All right. I'm trying to see my students. What do we teach? What do we learn to wake up with Peach? What do we practice on purpose? I need your help with tutoring. I have a fifth grade. I need a little help. Great. So I can't help you with tutoring because I don't tutor. look for tutors. Ask the school. The school may, I'll do a whole separate video. The school may offer free tutoring. The school may can give you vouchers. Call your insurance or pay out of pocket. Go to the library. You might meet tutors at the library. I do some videos. I haven't edited them lately, but I walk through Lakewood Ranch Library and I show what it's like in a predominantly white community. I'll literally be the only black person in the library outside of the black librarian. It's one black librarian and me. We the only two black people in the library. Occasionally, other black women stop in. There are women who got way more money than me and they're black in the Lakewood Ranch area, but they don't sit in the library like I do. They come to check out their books or whatever and leave. I sit in the library all day, or at least I used to. Certain days of the week, today, Wednesday, it's a busy day. I'll go into the library today on purpose to do a video for you all. I'm going to put on my Meta Ray bands. And I'm going to show you what it's like in a library in a white community. You'll see about 50 tutors. No lie. About 50 tutors in that bitch tutoring children after school. And these are regular certified teachers. They teach at regular school in the daytime and then they come after school and they do tutoring. They charge between 50, well, I'll say 35. You can find some at 35. Between $35 and $100 an hour. And that might sound like a lot of money, but it's really not, for your children to get on level or to get above level, to help your children with confidence. As they become more confident, their behaviors get better. Also, you can't help with homework. If you're someone like me, instead of me spending an hour helping with homework, I could spend an hour and make $1,000 in an hour and then go pay somebody else $50 to help my kid with homework. And then I can look over the homework. Hey, what did you guys do? And spend like 10 minutes looking over it, talking to them about it. And then I could do the fun shit. After that, we can go to Disney. So it's okay to pay people who earn less money than you so you can stay rich to do those things that you're not good at. I had to learn that. But coming from the community I come from, getting tutoring, needing help, frowned upon. People laugh at you. The things that I've been exposed to, completely different. Like, this is normal. They put them kids in tutoring at 4. Like, God damn it, it's a kid in school. Oh, she's in VPK, but she needs a little help. She's struggling with such a... So that's how their children are running circles around yours. It's not that your children aren't as smart. It's not that my children weren't as smart. It's exposure. And you don't know about that exposure because people typically, when they get successful, they close the curtain. If I close the curtain on my life, you guys won't know a lot of things because nobody else is exposing that side. Only those who grew up in it is normal. One of my favorite content creators is Brandy. Brandy has Kylie in tutoring. I love Brandy. I got to start back following Brandy on this page. Brandy is one of my favorite content creators. Brandy is our kind of people. I told you guys, I was looking at Brandy content, and when she showed her auntie house, and they got a pool and all that, and they black, I was like, hold on, Brandy, let me find out you are kind of people. And she said, Peach, I am. For those of you who don't know, there's a community of rich, successful black people, and they go back generations, 100 plus years. The whole family been rich. When the slaves got free, their grandma and granddaddy didn't go get high and drunk and stay at the juke joint all day. They actually did the work to create generational wealth. They didn't gamble the fortune like Peach McINTYRE. They did the work, right? So it's the community that exists. This book will give you some exposure. How did I find out about our kind of people? TikTok. On TikTok, they were talking about an organization. I do not remember the name. Y'all help me. What's the organization that passes this book down as a rite of passage? They give this book to their children as a rite of passage. They said that I could never be one of them. That's what the hater said. What is it, guys? Help me out. Help me out. Anybody? Jack and Jill. Thank you so much, Tay. So there's an organization called Jack and Jill. You guys feel free to look it up on TikTok. While I was on TikTok, I kept seeing all these videos about Jack and Jill. I'm like, what the fuck? And they have debutante balls and all this kind of thing. And it's like, I heard about this stuff in movies, or I seen about it on an episode of this, but I didn't know like this was real, right? Kind of how one of my husband's friends didn't know elephants was real. He was never exposed, even though we have the zoo and Busch Gardens. He was never exposed, so he didn't know it exists. Same thing. I did not know anything about Jack and Jill. I just found out about them this year. And I'm like, ooh, I would love for Gorgeous to do this kind of thing. But then when I learned about you have to be prestigious and they look at the parents and this and that. My rep, Gorgeous probably can't get in, but that's okay. Let me learn more. So the peach patch, shout out to the peach patch. I love the peach patch. I love the peach patch. The peach patch was like, Peach, get this book, Our Kind of People, and read it and pass it down to your children because this is a rite of passage. And Jack and Jill, we pass this down. I've been in it since this age. Get this kind of book. A lot of doctors, lawyers, housewives, they follow me. They like my content. They come to my classes. They give me exposure to all kinds of things. So, what did I do? I applied what they said. I'm telling you guys this, and I've said it before. I told you guys about this book. I took y'all with me when I bought it. Gregory McKay has this book. He's read it. A lot of y'all heard me say it and still didn't buy it. I'm different. When somebody tells me something that can better me, I get it. When somebody say, look at this, I go look. I dig deep. So anyways, bought the book. And as I'm reading the book, I'm starting to realize things. If I show you where I come from, y'all can look at my mama TikTok and see my mama at my auntie Clyde house. They ain't got no motherfucking grass. It's right across the street from the projects. Even though they tore the projects down and built apartments, it's still the motherfucking projects. The rest of my family live in the fucking projects. The other ones got Section 8. I got about 3 cousins that own homes now. That's what I come from. Versus Brandy, when I'm looking at her content, she's already a phenomenal mom, a organized mom, a structured mom. I love the way she takes care of Callie. I love Brandy. No drama. Don't tell her business. You could tell she was raised right. No confusion. I love Brandy. I watch Brandy's content for peace. When y'all be like, oh, nobody will watch me because I'm boring. I strive to be at that level in life like Brandy. She's a nurse. She don't got no drama. If she got a man, we don't know. She don't post no man unless it's her brother. We don't know none of her business. She got sponsorships and she doesn't have a million followers. I love Brandy's content. Right. So when I said, Brandy, you like our kind of people, let me find out you are kind of people. And she was like, I am. I could tell. It hurted a little bit. My heart cried. I wish I was our kind of people, kind of people. I wish that I came from a family that just had money for generations and they taught me things and I didn't have to learn them the hard way. But unfortunately, somebody fucked up somewhere. They used the fact that we were probably slaves as an excuse. They used the fact that their daddies probably wasn't there as an excuse. They used the fact that their husband may have beat them as an excuse or they got molested as an excuse. They had trauma happen and they used all those things as an excuse to not get to the next level, right? So, my goal now in my life is to have my children be our kind of people, kind of people. A group of rich black children that are privileged. They're not food deprived. They don't need handouts. We despise the free. Our work ethic is amazing. We're educated. We're dangerous. We can mask, aka flip, cosplay if we have to call it that. Whatever you want to call it, right? We can be the only black person in the room, or we can be in the hood full of niggas and still feel safe. That's my goal for my children. It's not Satan versus God. It's literally real life kind of stuff. I recommend this book, but if you don't want to get it, if you don't want to read it, absolutely okay. I read a lot. I read more than the average person. And I don't have an affiliate link or anything. I might do a video about it and see. But right now, me showing you these books isn't for money. It's literally things that you can read and apply in your life. Now, some things will be a hard read. This is a hard read. You need a dictionary. I even need a dictionary to read this, and I'm highly intelligent. This one, you might have words that you don't know, but not so many. This book is written so well, you could probably finish it in a week or less. You can read it until you'll be laughing. He did a great job entertaining. One thing black people know how to do is entertain. Great job entertaining with facts and history. All right. Any questions for me? Can someone tell me the name of the book, the last book? Which one? 48 Laws of Power or Our Kind of People? Which one? Peach, were your kids always rich and always in private school? So my kids don't go to private school. My kids went went and some still go to a free public charter school. I never sat up here and said my kids are in private school. I've never said that. I've always said my kids go to a free public charter school. I even tell you guys why you should put your kids in charter schools, especially in Florida. When black people get money or their Section 8 vouchers get big enough to move into suburban areas, white people pull their children out of public school and they put them in charter schools. And the charter schools in the predominantly white areas are structured to turn away riffraff. They don't say, oh, because you're black and you're poor, you can't come here. Instead, what they say is, we don't offer transportation. The Title One charter schools will, but the prestigious ones, those grade A schools, mm-mm. You have to bring your own children to school. So for most parents that are poor, they have to work. Perhaps they don't even have a car. So they can't put their kids at a free public charter school like that. Because how the kid gonna get to school? I gotta drive them. So that's already a way for white people to separate from black people, segregate, and for their kids to have access to better connections absolutely free. It's free. All right. Another thing is they don't take school readiness. So my kids' school offers before and after school programs. However, they don't accept school readiness. Remember, if you're poor, unless you got a child protective services referral, school readiness is income restricted. So if you're poor, you get a discount for daycare. By them not offering childcare through school readiness, the likelihood of you being able to drop your child off at school early and pick them up late will be hard because you have to pay out of pocket. So if you don't have the income to do it, you can't do it. Up, kid can't go there. Now you can find daycares that accept school readiness that may go to that school. That's a little workaround. So you have to think about that. So they do things differently on purpose. If you're not smart, you won't realize that. A lot of times when I tell people, oh, my kids go to a free public charter school and I have to go ahead and pay for their before and after school care, they don't take school readiness. Oh, my kids ain't going there. That's extra blah, blah, blah. They're not doing it. Or if I say I got to drive them, there's no, but I ain't getting up there. I'm not. If your kid is late, Gregory McKay has a car. If McKay is late to school, even though he drives, they won't let him in school until I show up or his dad show up to sign him in school. Into school. How inconvenient. It make you want to cuss them out. Because when me and my husband went to school, Wood had a car. He could be late and the school let us sign in. But we went to a black school in the hood. We had a lot of white students though, because back then the laws were different. Laws have changed. Shout out to Donald Trump. Laws have changed, but back then the laws were different. So you would be bused to white schools to meet those quotas, where they have to have a certain amount of black students at the school. Now, if black people don't live in the neighborhood, they can't qualify to come to this school. We don't have to let them come. We also don't have to build tax credit housing, thanks to Trump. We don't have to build tax credit housing in this predominantly well off neighborhood anymore to let people who haven't earned the income that they need to get into our communities. You now have to earn that amount of money to buy or rent in that community in order for you to have access to that good school. Also, when buying a home, black people in Florida are really buying a lot of homes now. Great job, everybody. Pat yourselves on the motherfucking back. But when white people buy homes, for those you know don't know, I used to be a realtor. When white people buy homes, school is very important. They want to make sure they buy the home in the good school zone. Why? Because yes, we can do school choice in Florida, but we have a small window and it's still lottery. There's no guarantee that we'll get that great school that we want. Versus if we buy a home in an area with that great school, even if we don't have kids, we are already setting our kids up for success because where you live matters. So if my kid can go to that A plus school instead of that Title One school, they're already set up for success and the demographics will be different. Let's look up the requirements for a school to be Title One. What are the requirements for a Title One school? Because we like to deal with facts. All right, let's look it up. What happens? So, a school becomes eligible for Title One funding if at least 40% of the students come from low income households, aka poor motherfuckers. Calling you low income is a nice way to say you're poor. Even when I call people low income, I be like, oh, the low income girlies, they get, I ain't low income. Yes, the fuck you are. Low income life is still a good life, but you are. So if 40% of the demographics is low income, then the entire school qualifies for Title I funding, as determined by enrollment in free or reduced price lunch programs. As you guys can see, with 13% of the school that my kids was going to being considered low income, they shouldn't even been receiving feeding empty little tummy bags. That should have went to places that have a higher poverty rate. They should have stayed focused on those Title I schools. But instead, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about feeding empty little tummies. They just want to reach those numbers so that they can make more money and get it on the back end. As determined by enrollment in free or reduced price lunch programs. Schools that receive this federal funding must also provide effective evidence based strategies to help students meet state academic standards. One of those things is okay, when we give out this free lunch for the entire school, we know everybody is getting free breakfast in Hillsborough County, everybody is getting free breakfast in Manatee County, unless they go to a charter school that does not have the system that they need to accept the free lunch. Well, the charter school is saying, oh, we're not going to buy the system. That way, everybody got to pay for the breakfast unless they qualify. It's workarounds. It's workarounds, right? So when Jessica was saying everyone in Manatee gets free lunch, they do, but Peach McIntyre pays, I mean, free breakfast. They do, but Peach McIntyre pays because her children go to a free public charter school that does not have the system that is required to get the free breakfast. So we pay, unless you typically truly qualify for free or reduced lunch. There's always workarounds. It's kind of like when somebody says, oh, your husband's a felon, you got a pistol. Yeah, I can do that legally. It's not a crime. We don't get in trouble legally. There are loopholes, legal loopholes. If you read, you'll find them out. All right, let's continue. So they have to have strategies of what they're going to do with that funding. That can include tutoring. That can include free childcare. There's a school, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not in Tampa anymore, but there's a school I believe by the name of, is it Icon Prep? The one by churches, where kids can go as early as I think it's 6:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. and stay as late as 6 p.m. They get free before school care and free after school care, and parents still don't take advantage. They kids can go to school early so you can get to work absolutely free, and they can go late, stay late so you can get from work to get them absolutely free. It is a Title I charter school. I'm going to look it up to verify that that's correct information though. And they're saying, okay, if we give the children free breakfast, free lunch for everybody, and we offer free before school care and free after school care, then there's no reason why the parents can't work and become self sufficient, and the kids could be happy because the parents are earning an income. And by them not paying for childcare, they have extra money for extra things. You literally write these things to get this government funding. National grant writers, you understand, right? All right. So, anyways, schools that receive this federal funding, it's a federal funded program. So, Title I schools are in every state. Schools that receive this federal funding must also provide effective evidence based strategies to help students meet state academic standards, close achievement gaps, and ensure that teachers are highly qualified. You'll meet some teachers that hate black kids. They hate them little po motherfuckers. They hate the mamas too. But because Title I schools pay more money, they work at the Title I schools. They also, like Peach McIntyre, lack empathy, don't give a fuck. You can't understand why this white teacher that looks so perfect is teaching this class, and she's also lacking empathy, and she don't care about the students. She really don't care. She's here because they said that they'll pay off her student loans faster. I was a substitute teacher for 5 years, for those of you who don't know. I've been in the classrooms. I've been around teachers, for those of you who don't know. Did it well when I felt like it. So that's how you're getting those teachers that don't care. Every now and again, you'll stumble, and black teachers can be the same. We're not going to just say it's white teachers. Black teachers can be the same. Every now and again, we'll stumble around upon educators who love the job. They will do it for free. I love teaching, but I don't love teaching kids. I don't like kids, don't like teaching them. I love teaching high schoolers. If I was to go back into teaching, it would be an English high school teacher, not middle school. They too hormonal, don't got time for it. High schools, preferably 11th and 12th grade. That's what I would teach. I also like teaching adults. I teach adults right now in my real job. I love teaching grown-ups, especially adults like me who weren't taught things and now they need to learn it. I love to teach them because it's old and they're doing it for themselves, so they want it. So that's what I love to do. That's how I can teach you guys so well on this live stream. That's how you've been on here for what, an hour and a half, an hour and 25 minutes, and it feel like you've been on here for 15 minutes. I love to do this. I can do this for free, but God gives us gifts, right? Our gifts make room for us. Our gifts is what take care of our families. I charge because I'm gifted, and this way I don't have to do anything illegal, unethical to support my family. I get paid off gifts, right? So, eligibility requirements, high poverty rate. A school must have at least 40% of its students from low income families. I dare you to look up your kid's school. If you're in Hillsborough County or Manatee County, I dare you, if your kids, the whole school, get free lunch, I dare you to look up the income of the families in the area. I dare you to look up the statistics. All of this information is public information. I love to do this. Ooh, I love data. I love analytics. So like I'm a great content creator because I love this kind of shit. These are the kind of conversations I like to have. I love looking at numbers. I love looking at who got the money, how much money they got. Where did the money come from? I do this shit for fun. It get my rocks off. I love it. All right. They qualifying for free or reduced lunch. A school's eligibility is primarily based on the percentage of students who qualify for free or reduced price paid lunch, which is determined by family income, effectiveness strategies, and it goes on. Then it says services for Pacific, like the ocean, specific, I'm in speech, specific populations. Funding must be used to provide equitable services to students experiencing homelessness and foster care and neglected or delinquent programs, as well as support for early childhood education. So that's why you'll find, and I grew up in poverty, so I thought everybody had Head Start. Head Start is only available at those schools for poor people. You will only find schools that have Head Start. When you be looking at the Head Start list, you're like, dang, why this school not on here? It's because Head Start is made for poor families. They realize that if we expose children sooner to education, we bridge a gap. The data shows if we expose children sooner to numbers and writing and reading, because the parent at home ain't motherfucking doing it. The bitch on drugs. The bitch don't give a fuck. The bitch ain't got no high school diploma her own motherfucking self. If we expose them sooner, we can bridge the gap. That way they can hit those milestones and be on the same level as their well off peers, right? So that's why Head Start is in poor communities. So what you will find in well-off areas is they have VPK. So the school that my kids go to, Lakewood Ranch Preparatory Academy in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. I have some kids there, some kids not. That school, they just started VPK for the first time. VPK, voluntary pre-kindergarten, is free. Absolutely free, regardless of your income. VPK is different from early Head Start. Early Head Start lets you go all day, full day. You don't have to pay extra. VPK, and I need y'all help with this one with the hours. I don't know. VPK is from, I want to say in Florida, I think it's like 8:30 a.m. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I can look it up too. 8:30 a.m. until I think 12 p.m. or 11:30. So if you want your until noon, thank you so much, T. Thank you so much. 8 to 12. Thank you so much, Kinsley. Wonderful has a VPK class, but we pay out of pocket. We don't even use the VPK discount, so that doesn't matter to me. That's why I don't know. Even when Amazing Life was in VPK, we paid out of pocket. So he could go all day from 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. until 6 in the afternoon. Didn't even use VPK funding. I don't have to play by any of those rules. He can go one day a week. He can go 2 times a month. Don't matter. I'm paying out of pocket. It don't matter. When you use government funding, though, they tell you, hey, if that child missed 3 days and we don't got no doctor's note, we have to report you. Mandated reporters, we have to report you. And you'll find the hood daycares, they'll sign the paper even if your kid don't come. They don't give a fuck. We gonna sign it. That's why your kid ain't been in daycare for a month. Bitch, you going through it. Kid at home suffering, you suffering. And then the daycare not even doing what they're supposed to do, report them for fraud. They're not even doing what they're supposed to do. They just taking that full payment, telling you ain't got to get them nothing because they're getting paid on the back end anyways. Your dumb ass like, she just letting me keep my voucher. You and that hoe doing fraud, and both of y'all motherfuckers need to be reported. Y'all don't like that, huh? Truth ugly. Why would you report family? You're breaking the rules. You're breaking the rules. Y'all bitches are committing fraud. We come from that, though. I come from that, so I get it. You're doing it wrong, and I want you to know why you're doing it wrong. So you don't even have your kid at a place that has good ethics. So your kid is already learning the wrong shit because you got the wrong motherfuckers watching them. Now, with regular VPK, you do have the option for your kid to go the whole day. If your kid goes the whole day, it's between $800 and $1,000 a month. So on top of whatever they're getting free from the state, which is like 300 and something dollars, you also have to pay an additional 800 to 1,000 because they can do that price differently for different reasons depending on where the center is, right? So you guys need to understand this. You don't know this stuff because it's your normal. You just know, well, shit, I went to Head Start. My kids go to Head Start. Bitch, you was poor and your kids poor. Your man who was poor and hoe, you poor. Just a generation full of po motherfuckers. So when I sit on the internet and I call y'all po motherfuckers, I'm not saying you're a po motherfucker just to call you a po motherfucker. I'm saying it because it's a fact. Not only are you a po motherfucker on paper, aka low income if you don't like the word poor, not only are you low income on paper, but you're poor in the mind. You didn't even know. Oh, I thought Head Start was everywhere. Oh, I didn't know VPK was different from Head Start. I didn't know VPK could only go from 8 to 12 and they got to pay $1,000. Meanwhile, your po ass don't even take your kid to school every day. If you too tired because you hung out all night, they don't go. If you drunk and hung over, they don't go. That man broke your heart, they don't go. And I used to be a po motherfucker. So I tell you this, understanding that used to be me. I understand that your emotions, if you haven't been taught how to master them, will control you. You will crumble. Pressure will come and you will quit. Motherfuckers will say, girl, you going through a lot. Take a break. Take this drink, girl. Sip on this. Hit this, bitch. That's all you need. And now you like that motherfucker in the Roxanne Shante movie. Her mama, I hate that bitch. Roxanne Shante, if you forgave your mama, I don't know how you did it. Bitch, I hate your mama. Every time I watch the movie, I get enraged. I hate that bitch. That nigga ran off with that motherfucking income tax money. They were supposed to buy that house. That nigga ran off with that motherfucking money. Never came back. And them children suffered. That whole turned to liquor, drinking with her other hood rat ass, project ass friends. Roxanne Shante got to step up, steal clothes, do hair, babysit, about to get her ass beat. This whole got her being a mama, parentifying her as a kid. So then when Shante finds comfort in a man, a grown man, not a mama mad and angry. Oh, you should be angry at yourself, you drunk bitch. If you would have been a parent, if you would have known how to deal with life, if you wouldn't even gave a nigga your motherfucking money and went and bought the house your motherfucking self, Roxanne Shante life could have been completely different. Now God is a good God. He's a divine God. He's an intentional God. So she still turned out well. She still pushed through her adversity. But imagine if the mammy would have been a mammy. Imagine if the mammy would have had emotional intelligence. Imagine if the mama homegirl would have said, girl, fuck that nigga. You don't need to drink. I don't give a fuck if I gotta loan you some money. She probably ain't had no money to give. You gonna buy this house, girl, even if you gotta work 2 jobs. It might take you 3 months. You got this. Imagine if the conversation could have just been a little bit different. Instead of her sitting up there drinking, happy that you got to stay in the motherfucking ghetto. You got tricked out your Timberland boots. And then what did you have to pay? What was the price? Your golden motherfucking egg. What is a po bitch golden egg? Comment down below. Po motherfuckers. What are your golden eggs? What are your golden eggs? Comment down below. I want to see, am I teaching or am I just talking? Are you retaining information? Can we pass the AR test or am I just talking? Children, exactly. Your children. Your children. So she lost her children due to her being a poor motherfucker. Instead of her coping, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't even gamble no more. I am rich. I am rich. I am rich. And we not just talking about money. We not talking about money. The money is a reward for me already being rich, for me already being strong-minded, for me already having self-advocacy skills and being able to advocate for my children. I am rich. When CPS knock at the door, they don't scare me. I'm rich. I'm dangerous. My children are dangerous. So I want you guys to understand that. That free shit that you think you getting, that your mama got, that your grandma got, it's been in the family for generations. It's really po shit. It's po on paper and they giving it to you and you happy that they giving it to you. And it's not where you live, it's how you live. It's because you're laying golden eggs, bitch. Your children are going to be fucked up just like you fucked up because of your poverty. And then you hoes are hood rats. Hood rats. So it's tied all together. Hood rats. And the reason why you can't care, you don't care, is like one of my students said. She's one of my favorite students now. She's awesome. She's phenomenal. She said, but at least I look good. Bitch, you live in the ghetto in the projects. You don't even have a man. You don't even have a man. Waiting on a man to come save you and them bastards. When you are fully capable of saving you and them bastards. Fully capable. I don't gotta operate a masculine energy. Peach McINTYRE, she act like a man. Don't be listening to her. She make more money than her husband. She the man in her relationship. But you want a man. I think I would listen to a man. Right? So it all ties together. Instead of you focusing on looking so good on the outside, let's work on this inside shit. Let's get sober. Let's give up liquor. Let's give up the casinos. Let's give up weed. Let's give up pills. Let's not be who they are reporting in these data reports. I break every mold. I have 9 children. All 9 children have the same biological father. The same. That father is married to the mother. They live in the same household. They do not get any government assistance. Still keep a house full of food, lights still on, internet running, roof over our head. The mom no longer gambles. The husband no longer drinks. Both parents are sober. Breaking out of molds. Breaking out of molds. Breaking out of molds. I am phenomenal. You guys can do it too. Those who hate me, they hate me because they don't believe that they can do it. I'm here to tell you, you can do it too. I've changed thousands of lives. Thousands. And I ain't even got a class to sell y'all. I'm just telling you in this moment. All you have to do is be different, decide to do different, get around some different people. Don't listen to motherfuckers when they start telling you, she evil. They tricking you. Bitch, you sit in your bed. You ugly bitch. You sit in your bed. You don't show no other parts of your motherfucking household. You sit in your bed all motherfucking day hating on other black successful women and trying to downplay their success for your own financial gain. Telling people, oh, they're evil, they're demonic. We not clapping for you, ho. If you would have did it when you were supposed to do it, we would have clapped for you. We clap it up. We clap it up over here for people who change. For people who were at their worst, who are now the best. We give it up for them. And then we also know that we pat ourselves on the motherfucking back because we don't need the claps. Those are extra. But over here in the peach patch, we clap it up. I'll be actually today make 6 months bet free. We'll count it as tomorrow. 6 months bet free. 6 months. Got me some clapping hand emojis. We clap it up. Not everybody could do it. Once upon a time, I couldn't do it. I'm going to hype myself up. I'm going to pat myself on the back. And y'all going to clap it up for me in the peach patch. Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Thank you. All right. So don't let people trick you. People will literally hate and they will manipulate you and tell you other people are manipulative. People have literally made videos and said, Peach McIntyre is a manipulator. I'm one of the most honest people you'll ever meet. I'm Law 19, the wrong motherfucking person. You're going to know what you're getting with me. I pride myself on being honest, right? But meanwhile, as time passed, we learned, oh, they were the manipulator. Peach McIntyre don't collect money for other people. Instead, I'll tell you, ho, I ain't collecting money for you, bitch. If I'm a beg for me and my kids. Fuck you and your own kids. Beg on your own motherfucking block. Meanwhile, they collect money for people and then they don't give it to them. They make up reasons why they don't deserve the money. Now I ain't giving you shit, bitch. Regardless if you like them or not, they deserve all the money. You guys get manipulated all the time. I used to be like y'all. I used to be under spells. I used to get manipulated. My own mama used to trick me. My husband used to trick me. My sister used to trick me. My cousin used to trick me. Hoes from Tampa on the internet used to trick me. And then I realized, oh, they're tricking me. I don't get tricked that much these days. Every now and again, a person might can pull the wool over my eyes. But once I realize, oh, they regret it because I am relentless. I'm coming back with a vengeance. I'm vindictive. And I tell you guys that. That's why I don't understand why you act shocked when I tell you who I am. And then I show up as who I am every single day. When I say I don't give a fuck about nobody kids but mine, I mean it. I step for my kids. I love my kids. The energy that I have is all for my kids. They don't gotta have combed hair. They don't gotta have Nikes and Jordans. We can go on Walmart, bitch. I step about them. Y'all think stepping is hairdos. Y'all think stepping is Jordans. It's not. I came from that. Be the most neglectful. All right. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Current time is 7:34. I'm a mom. I have to get ready to start taking kids to school. My husband got everybody dressed. I already hear all of them in the background. For those of you who need clarity about anything I said, I'm going to look at the comments. Now, the intent of this live, we turned it into a teaching moment, was to sell 21 tickets to my upcoming TikTok with Peach class, which is today, but I'll come back and sell them. I ended up only selling none. I'm still at 19 tickets. So I did a horrible job as a saleswoman today. But I know I did a phenomenal job as a teacher today. I have done what I call my 3 E's. I have educated you all. I have entertained you all. Whether you were laughing, getting enraged, you were entertained. I kept your attention. And lastly, hopefully, my goal was to elevate you all during this live stream. I hope that you're thinking different. Perhaps you want to read a book today, read several books today, go to the library today, or go into a bookstore, a place that is so foreign, and pick up something besides a motherfucking Zane book, you horny freak. If you're gonna pick up an urban novel, though, shameless plug, get mine. Get out your feelings and get this money. Mackenzie Carter's Legendary Summer, if you want some entertainment through a book. All right. But before I go, I want to see if anybody has questions because I would hate for you to think about what I said, something I said all day that's bothering you or that you want me to elaborate on, and I don't. And then the next time I'm live, you come to me, I'm like, bitch, I don't care about that. I ain't talking about that today, ho. Today I'm doing this, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. You should have asked me yesterday, ho. You should have asked me this morning. That's the kind of person I am. I move on fast. I move on so fast that people think my life is fake. I don't sit in things. So before you walk around sitting in something that I said all day with questions, ask the horse herself. I'm gifted. They say never look a gifted horse in the mouth. I'm gifted. But ask the horse herself. So I'm looking at the comments intentionally to see if you guys have any questions. I took the TikTok course and it was bomb. Thank you, Peach. My pleasure, Erica. Thank you for your business. It's greatly valued. You did that for me. Thank you. My pleasure. This was free. Next time I might have to charge you. Y'all didn't even send me no gifts. Y'all didn't even get me to 100,000 likes and I spoke a lot of game. This is why I don't like y'all. Y'all used to free. I gave you free. But what was in it for me? No gifts. No 100,000 likes. No shares. I know how to deal with you next time. I catch on quick. All right. I need your inspiration. Thank you so much. I wish you could come to Louisiana. Maybe one day. I'll be traveling all around the world very soon, doing motivational talks like this to girls in the ghetto that need me. All right. I'm so glad I caught this live. My perspective has changed. Thank you. I will be purchasing a class. I'll be looking forward to your business. It's giving money hungry. If you gonna help, help. Hell nah. What I just told you, dumbass hoes. This was free. I turned it into a teaching moment intentionally because I would do it for free. I love it. But gifts make room for you. What is the room? Money. Your gifts will take you to new heights. Your gifts will take you higher than selling drugs can. Your gifts will take you higher than doing fraud can. Your gifts will take you higher than waiting on the government to take you can. Your gifts will make room for you. I should be compensated for my gift. You hoes pay the weed man. You hoes pay the liquor store. You hoes pay the lace wig layer, slayer. Shout out to new DMV content creator. Thank you so much for your money gun. That's one of my favorite ones. Tip the host, work the set. Especially if y'all ain't purchased no class, work the set. But any questions though, seriously, before I go. Thank you, Melinda Well, for the stars. I appreciate you so much. I need those stars. Do you think your children learn more at a charter school? I do. It depends on the school though. They have Title I charter schools. So they have charter schools for poor people. Don't send them there. Also, some people feel like, oh, you shouldn't have your kids around white people. Yes, you should, you dumb motherfuckers. White people rule the world, at least in America. White people rule America. Your children need to learn how to be with white people. Shout out to new DMV creator for the bouquet. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Your children need to learn how to deal with white people at a different level. Because what happens is it's going to be a gap. Soon as school ends, it's a gap like this. It's going to be hard for your children to get in the same spaces as white people and have that same level of conversation. In middle school, high school, elementary school, the white kids see them as friends. They're just friends. When you are friends, you guys talk different. You expose yourself to different things. You interact differently. The next time you start interacting with white people will be in the employment sector, especially if you go to a HBCU. If you go to a black college, you're not going to have that white interaction. It's going to be different. And yes, you meet black people. It's great. You can have connections. Shout out to Miss Carmel K. Thank you so much. You helped me down yesterday, holding me down today. I appreciate you. So, they're going to not have a lot of white interactions. But when you get into the real world, shout out to Proud Mama Bear. I thank you so much for the money, God. I appreciate you. When you get into the real world, the white man's world, that's what y'all like to say. Oh, we're working for the white man, the white man, the white man. You're going to be light years behind just because you didn't have that exposure as a youngin'. You give your children that exposure as a youngin', especially a black kid, where they can be in a white setting and feel comfortable and know how to maneuver and know how to converse, and they can meet them at their level and have them comfortable. Shout out to Renee. Thank you so much. And then you also still put your kids in black settings so they know how to act in black settings. They'll be dangerous. They feel comfortable in both. A lot of y'all don't feel comfortable in white spaces because you haven't been exposed. I can go in white spaces and be absolutely comfortable, even with my hair nappy, even with my natural hair. I don't shrink for them. I'm not saying, oh, do I belong? I know I belong. I'm here. I've been around them the vast majority of my life, starting at age 11. I'm 36, 25 years in predominantly white settings. All right. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. That's how my parents did you. Your parents made you dangerous, Amanda. Thank them. It's people like, oh, I was never comfortable. I got picked on and all that. Good. You would have got picked on in black settings too. I know how to get picked on in both. I know when they're trying to be funny with a white joke. I see the sarcasm. Let's address it. Or I can be funny back. I also know when black people being funny and trying to pick on me, I could do that too. How what's up? So you become dangerous because you can be in both settings. You want to expose your children to both. You want them to be very dangerous. You don't want them to be timid. You don't want them to be humble. You want them to be confident, cocky, arrogant, sure of themselves. You want your children to know that they are the best. You want your children to strive to be excellent. All right, class yesterday was awesome. Color doesn't have anything to do with your knowledge. It does and it don't. So we all know there are a ton of black inventors, black creators, and white people took, the credit for it and said, I invented it, but really their slave did. We know black people are brilliant. Our minds are so amazing. We know black people are powerful, fast, athletic, naturally, fast learners. We know that black people can survive in the worst conditions and still find a reason to smile. This is the truth. We know that black people can love. That's something that we do very well, especially strangers, which I feel is stupid. Love your family. Love your family. Love your family. We know that black people are capable of doing that. History shows that. So I'm not saying that black people are dumb. I am saying that there is a group of black people that are dumb. And they don't recognize how dumb they are. They don't recognize that the system is in place to keep them dumb and to keep their children dumb so that their children will work for Elon Musk. What Elon Musk mama said? Anybody remember? Y'all was mad about it. She wants y'all to have kids to work for her son or something like that. What she said? I don't know. My memory isn't that well. Right? So there is a population of black people that aren't, where's my book? That aren't our kind of people. But then there is a group of black people that are professional doctors, lawyers, dentists, farmers. That other black girl that's married to that white man, all y'all was mad at her. I forgot her name. I want to say it's Candace, but I feel like that's not her name. She's married to that white man. They have 100 years of generational wealth. They have a farm. They have watermelons. They have, what else they got? Chickens, cows, strawberries, peaches. Her family can go back 100 years and they're wealthy. That's some shit we want. She married a white man and y'all was all mad at her, right? Oh, how dare she marry this white man? And this, unfortunately, the richer you get, the less diversity you're gonna see. You're gonna start seeing less and less niggers. And if your kid go to prestigious schools, you're gonna see less and less niggers. I know you don't like the truth. You're getting mad, but it's a fact. You're going to see less and less niggers, and your kid will start to be attracted to the other race because of the exposure. Understand? So, I'm not saying that smarts is a color thing. Anybody can have a learning disability regardless of their race. Anybody could be smart, anybody could be dumb, regardless of their race. However, when we look at statistical data, the truth is, we have a community of disadvantaged black people, po motherfuckers, and they've been po for generations. When are we going to help elevate that generation, the next generations, right? The way we do it, sometimes it requires separation. It requires you to go do new things. When you try to do new things like read books and shit, other people don't want to. If you go to your family right now and say, hey, family, I was just told about this book. It's called Our Kind of People. It's about black people who have been well off for generations. You had to pass a ruler test. You had to pass the brown paper bag test to get to the next level. And it's a secret society of black wealthy people that are doctors and lawyers and things of that nature. And they've been like this for generations. They pass this book down to their children. Now, I know we can never be our kind of people, but I was thinking, what if all of us read this book? We come to grandma's house every day. Anyways, what about if all of us come to grandma's house like we normally do, but at 6 p.m., everybody get this book out and we just start reading it together so we can elevate. So we can know just a little bit, because this is just a fraction of what they know. They have generational wealth. Generational wealth comes with generational knowledge. They know something differently from us. Not saying that they're not drug addicts and alcoholics and things like that. They still experience things like that. But let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. It's something different about our kind of people than it is us. We want to become our kind of people. We want generational wealth. We want to get rich. Let's go ahead and read this book so we can get better. How about we read it every day at 6 p.m. for the rest of October? Let's just try it. I bet you if you go do this with your family, the motherfuckers ain't gonna want to. Somebody might say yes, the rest might say no. The person that say yes might come for the first night, and once they see everybody else ain't come, they're gonna be like, fuck that, and you're gonna be reading a book on your own. I dare you to try a family book club. I'm the kind of person in my family, anytime I learned something, I am a teacher at heart. I love to teach. Anytime I learned something, I went back and took it to my family. And there's proof. Remember, when I learned about content creation, I went and told my family. When I had 0 subscribers, I said, hey, Gregory is right. We could be millionaires from YouTube. I want to make us the biggest black YouTube family. Let's all do YouTube. My mama said, I ain't subscribing to that shit. My brother said, ain't nobody gonna watch that shit. I ain't subscribing to nothing. My sister ignored me. The only person that subscribed to my YouTube channel was my cousin Pam. We're dealing with facts. We have videos about this. Then after that, when I made my first $35,000 on Facebook in 5 days, the first thing I did when I made the $35,000, I called my family. Hey, I got a lick. I'm from the hood. I got a lick. I gotta wait for y'all to make $35,000 like this. If everybody make that $35,000 and it's legal, we could be rich. Come to Merle House, that same yard where my mom at now selling food. Come to Merle House tonight. I got pizzas. We gonna do a lunch and learn, a dinner and learn, munch and learn is what I actually called it. We're gonna do munch and learn, and I'm gonna teach y'all how to make $35,000. Right? I taught everybody that came. Most of them didn't come, but everybody that came, I taught them. After I talked to them, I said, every day we're going to meet over here and we're going to do content. And I'm going to give y'all a 2-week head start. I'm going to teach y'all all first for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to teach the world. When I teach the world, I want y'all to be light years ahead of them. So I'm giving y'all a 2-week head start before I teach anybody else. We're going to meet every day for 2 weeks. Y'all agree? Oh, we agree. We're going to come, blah, blah, blah. The next day, 2 people showed up. My mom and my sister. Nobody else. The next day after that, my mom and sister didn't even show up. So then when Peach McIntyre reaches a certain level of success and we're buying these cars and I could go to the bank and take out $50,000, $20,000, $10,000, like it ain't nothing. Not everybody got beef with Peach. Meanwhile, Peach tried it from day one. So sometimes success will require separation. And then the moment that I start making it and separating, because I'm tired of the nonsense, now we're going to destroy Peach. When you had the opportunity to come up with Peach. Some of you guys now make money on Facebook because you believed in me when I said, hey, I made 35,000 in 5 days. Y'all didn't say, you a fucking liar. I taught that class for 3 weeks absolutely free. So I gave my family a 2-week head start absolutely free. They didn't do it. Then after that, I taught the world for free every single night for 3 consecutive weeks. And then after that, I charged. So when people say Peach McIntyre is evil, she money hungry, she this, she that, no, the motherfuckers is just lazy. When my grandma get on camera and be like, it's about money, she just want money. When my mom say, it's money, money, money. They had those same opportunities as me. They didn't take them. Even my husband. Oh, she don't want her husband to be successful. My husband is monetized on not 1, not 2, but 3 Facebook pages. My husband was monetized on TikTok, on his other TikTok. Got it to 89,000 TikTok followers and did not post. My husband is monetized on Instagram, just hit 30,000 Instagram followers yesterday. My husband is monetized on YouTube. My husband has the same opportunities as me. I've been up since 4 a.m. My husband has been asleep. I'm in my closet. My husband was in our bed 2 doors away. He has the same opportunities as me. He lives with the GOAT. He can come to my classes absolutely free. He can sit in them with me if he desires to. He chooses to not do those things. It's not a Peach McIntyre is holding Wood back. She don't want him to be successful. Peach McIntyre has given her husband $50,000 in cash. Peach McIntyre has given her husband $20,000 in cash. Peach McIntyre's husband's truck that she bought him is in his name. She can't take it back. Y'all got to stop being dummies and letting people manipulate you. And y'all have to learn to take advantage of opportunities because gold don't last forever. Gold runs out. Gold rushes slow down. At one point, you can get all the money. Content creation on Facebook, y'all got the money. It was easy. Now it's harder than ever, right? The weak will quit, the strong will survive. Same with TikTok. There's great opportunities to earn money on TikTok. Even me showing you these books, I literally can make videos showing these books and possibly make money. Right now, I'm doing it for free because I really read these books. I really live and preach and stand on what I'm saying. You're dealing with somebody who shows up as herself every day. If people like it or don't like it, she don't give a fuck. She continues to show up as herself. If her feelings is hurt, she tell you her feelings hurt. If she's mad, she tell you she mad. If she happy, she tell you she mad. If she feeling insecure, she tell you that, and she works on becoming confident. I've shown myself. I've done something very powerful. Shout out to the Peach Fetch. I've been vulnerable on camera. Everybody can't do that. All right, we're gonna wrap it up in the next 8 minutes. I am gonna secure some sales because I don't like this. I've been on here for a long time. I'm gonna wrap this up, but I'm gonna get, I'll say 3 sales that'll make me happy. I get 3 of you guys to shop my TikTok class tonight. So my TikTok class tonight, I'm getting a cold. In my TikTok class tonight, I'm gonna cover TikTok shop. So how you can tell people your favorite books and actually earn a commission. I'm going to tell you how to do that. And I'm going to do some videos today as examples. I'm going to cover TikTok editing. We're going to edit directly in TikTok, uploading on TikTok, TikTok Creator Rewards Program, TikTok Live Incentive. Shout out to, ooh, I can't say your name. I hate messing up people's name. Estrella Missy. I'm going to call you Missy. I don't want to destroy your name like that. So I'm going to cover everything TikTok. You guys can head over to my website, wakeupwithpeach.com, to secure your tickets. I'm going to end YouTube. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all later.